Hey guys, it's Sharon, and today we are tackling the best and worst of products that I used in January of 2025. If this is the first time you're clicking on my video, my goal for 2025 is to be really mindful of the makeup that I'm using and actually keeping track of what I like versus what I don't like, so that instead of having to sit down a couple times a year and do a massive declutter, I sort of just have like a rolling declutter going constantly of products that I'm like, I use this, I wasn't happy with it, let's just kick it out now instead of letting it sit and take up space. So that's the main purpose of this. I'm changing out the makeup in my makeup drawer every single week, with the exception of a few products that I'm working on, just like finishing up like a brow product, or my lower lash mascara, or my under eye brightener. So there's a few products like that that have stayed consistent week to week. But then the rest of the main products do rotate so that I am able to be giving attention and love to my products and also determine what is a favorite and what is a fail. So I have already posted the previous week's videos. I'll have them all linked down below. If you haven't seen them and you're curious, go back and watch that. I went through every single product I used that week, and what were the great products versus what were not so great. In today's video, I will be highlighting the ones that I felt like were standout products of the month, the things that I loved using and I'm excited to use again. And then I also compiled a list of the flat out fail items, not things I'm just decluttering, but things that I really felt like didn't work, or didn't work for me, and I would not buy them again. Starting out with the favorites, I'm gonna start with eyes. That's always what I start with. I have two eye palettes that I absolutely loved, and actually they're pretty similar. One you can no longer buy, it's not being manufactured. You could probably find it like on Mercari, or maybe you already have it in your collection and it's just gonna be a rediscovery for you. And one is something you can buy now. So starting out with the one that you can no longer purchase live is the CoverGirl Fame palette. I have loved this. If you want to see application videos, go back to those previous videos. I apply everything in those videos. In this video, we're not doing that, just trying to make it a little bit faster. But this is the CoverGirl Fame palette. Very cool toned, pinky purpley tones. I love this. I wore it on my wedding day. I won't harp on it too much since you can't buy it new, but like I said, if you're interested, try to look on Mercari or something and find it from a seller that maybe hasn't even used theirs or has barely used it, because it's a really great color palette. I love it. The one that's on my eyes today is from Viseart. It is the Cashmere palette, and I love this palette, and you can still get it. It is still on the Viseart website. It is beautiful, really similar to that ColourPop palette. Maybe not quite as cool in some of the shades, but I love it for like purpley tones. This is absolutely gorgeous. I've got it on my eyes today, and I love using this palette. For mascara, I had a couple standout faves. One you've heard me talk about over and over and over again, so I won't harp on it too long. The CoverGirl Lash Blast Primer. This is like by far my hands down favorite lash primer that I have used. I've used a lot. This one I find works across the board with lots of different mascaras and makes them look better, and also helps with their wear time. I experimented every single week with every mascara I used, and I used it first without the primer and then with the primer. And every time I used the primer, I did not see smudging. This really helped decrease the smudging of the mascara, and I tend to have that problem with my lower left eye, that it will smudge under my left eye here, like it tends to water or something. I don't know, it's only my left eye, not my right eye. This helps solve that problem, and it pretty much made every single mascara look better. So this is excellent and at a drugstore price point. For mascara, the standout one of the month that I wanted to talk about, because I don't hear it talked about very often, is from Rimmel. It is the Thrill Seeker Mascara. Again, I'm wearing that today. And again, you can link back to any of the videos to see these products in application. This has a hourglass wand, natural bristle wand. It looks good on the very first application, literally like one pass through and they look good. I did build it up just to get some more volume and definition, but it looks good with one coat. This is excellent. And this is definitely under $10. I want to say it's probably like $7 or $8. And I will have everything linked below if you're curious. Okay, for complexion, I had a couple standout products this month that I wanted to mention. The first is the Neutrogena Radiant Skin Cream Concealer. This is like a dupe for the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is better. Not as many shades to choose from, so you might have trouble finding something in your shade, but if you've been curious about this, definitely give it a try. I have it under my eyes today. I did not set anything with a powder. It does crease a little bit into fine lines, but like you have fine lines, it's gonna crease. That's just how it goes. But I can easily pop my finger under here, pat it out, and now it's blended in again. This is just a really nice under eye creamy concealer. I will swatch this one for you just so you can see. I love this one specifically for the shade. It's not pink, it's not yellow, it's truly a neutral, and it looks so good, so brightening under the eyes. Love this. And for foundation, I am wearing the Profusion Feel Good Skin Long Wear Skin Perfector foundation. This was new to me this month, but I have used it before in their old packaging. It's their packaging that's new to me this month. Picked it up from Walmart. It is like $7.98 for this foundation. I think the packaging's super pretty with the gold. They changed it from like a squeezy tube to this twist up pump, which I really like that packaging. I think that's super fun. And overall, I think this is a really nice foundation. Again, the shade range could be better, but if you can find a shade that works for you, it's quite nice. It gives good coverage while looking, it's kind of velvety on the skin. That's the word that comes to mind when I look at my skin in the mirror, is that it's velvety, while also looking kind of glowy, just pretty. It's got a good medium to even full coverage if you build it up, and it's really nice. Yeah, it does claim to be medium to full, so I agree. It's meeting those claims, and it is affordable. So if you can find a shade that works for you, give it a try. The standout bronzer of the month was the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. I absolutely love this bronzer. You can see I'm getting close to hitting pan on it. You can like see the outlines of the rings. This is a very good neutrally type bronzer, and that's why I like it for my pale skin. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's just like the Goldilocks of bronzers, and I absolutely love it. I really enjoy it every time I wear it. It has a matte finish. I also just really like the packaging, so all in all, this is a winner. I got a couple of blushes, a powder and a cream. Both are new to me this month, but both were ones that I just really enjoyed using, and I'm excited to keep using them throughout the year. The first is from Bare Minerals. It is this highlighting blush in Rose Glow. I have wanted to get one of these for the longest time and just haven't, and I finally did. I had a gift card from Christmas, and I said, now's the time, I'm picking it up. It's what I have on my cheeks today, so I don't have any highlight because this is highlighty enough. I think it's just such a pretty tone. It adds that glow, it looks healthy. I also just think it's really pretty to look at, and I like looking at this in my drawer, and I think that it's just an all-around fun product to use. So I'm really happy to have that. And for cream blush, I finally got my hands on a Merit blush. I've been hearing nothing but good things about these, and I finally picked it up. I had a return to Sephora, and I was able to basically exchange it for this. So this is in the shade Rouge, so it's their Merit Flush Balm, and I wanted to get the red shade. I mean, we've all seen on the internet how they're talking about there's that makeup artist that did Victoria's Secret models, and she always used red blush on them. So I wanted to hop on the train and get a red blush, and it is nice. It feels so good. I used a blush to apply it, but you could always just like swipe it on, blend it out with your fingers. Obviously I'm not wearing it today, but it does blend out so nice, so healthy, so rosy. I'm really enjoying that. I can definitely see adding another shade from that line to my collection throughout the year. For highlight, the standout this month was the Essence Pure Nude. It's just an excellent highlighter. I won't harp on it much because we all know that it's great, but in case you're new and you haven't seen it, it is from Essence. It's about $3.99, and it's so good. You can see it there. It's just a really subtle glow. There's no sparkle, no shimmer. It's just a healthy glow and so natural. Absolutely adore it. For lips this month, I am only wearing a lip liner right now. I do like popping a gloss on over it, but right now I wanted to see the full lip liner. And it is the Sephora Gel Collection, what's it called? Rouge Gel Lip Liner in the shade 28 Sink or Suede. I love this. I've been looking for a good cool toned lip liner because I find that often the lip liners are too warm, or they lean too peach, and then it just doesn't quite work for me. This I really like. It's comfortable, it's cool toned, it looks good under gloss, it looks good by itself. $13, absolutely love it. And for setting spray, I actually forgot to put it on, so let's put it on together. It is the Tier Mask Fit Makeup Fixer. Out of the setting sprays I pulled out this month, this was definitely a favorite. Honestly, I could probably get rid of the rest and just use this. The mister is so fine. There is no offensive smell to this. There is a little bit of a scent, but it is not fragrance. Like some setting sprays can have so much fragrance. I just hate them. This does not have any of that like upsetting fragrance. I like the packaging even. I think the red is really pretty. It works good with everything I've tried it with, including their Tier foundation. So all in all, this has been a winner. It gives you kind of a healthy glow. It's already starting to dry, and I feel like it just added this like healthy glow to my skin. My hair is not a favorite this month. It's at that awkward length where like it's not short and it's not long, and I'm just having a hard time styling it and being happy with how it looks. That's beside the point. Setting spray is awesome. All right, let's hop into the fails of the month. These were the things that I just flat out did not like, would not recommend, and will not spend my money on them again. So it's just a few, but I did want to pull them out for you. All right, first up is from Hourglass. It is the Veil Primer. This I bought last year after using up a sample and loving it. And something about the full size just, I didn't love as much as the sample. I don't know what happened. I don't know if this one was old in the store or what. It's a very expensive primer. I used most of it. There's a little bit left, so I did still get a lot of wear out of it. But I was just so disappointed with it this month that I'm like, it needs to go. I'm not enjoying it. It's separated in the bottle. It does have SPF in it, so it's also too old when it's supposed to have a 12-month SPF shelf life. I opened this in December of 2023. Oh wow, it's really old. So yeah, it's a year old, so it needs to go. But yeah, I wouldn't buy that again. I felt like it's separated in the bottle. It wasn't as nice as the sample I had. It's too expensive. It's a fail. The next fail is from Lancome. It is the Tint Idole Ultra Precise Waterproof Liner. This one was in the shade Matte Syrup Brown. This is a fail because of the applicator. The shade is quite nice. I didn't have a problem with that, but it's a felt tip applicator, and I felt like it was just not very friendly to work with. I think there's better out there. This one I found, I opened it in July of 24, so we're right about that 6-month mark. And when trying to use it, like it's to the point where it's almost dried up. When I get to the tip and I'm trying to get like a wing out of it, it's not even putting product down anymore. Like, no, too hard to work with. It's gonna go. I wouldn't spend the money again. I think there's better even felt tip liners at the drugstore. Don't waste your money. Next up is from Milani. It is this liquid contour in 01 Honey. This might be controversial. You might love this. It's the product itself is not bad. I'm putting it as a fail because I hate the packaging. Look how gross that looks in there, because it is one of those sponge applicators. So the inside of my lid is gross. The outside is gross. I just think it's yucky to look at. I don't like these sponge tip applicators. Over it. All right, and then this one was a total fail from a product standpoint. It's from Wet n Wild. It's the liquid highlighter in Date or Dominate. This is a product that like no matter how I applied it, it didn't look great. It was one where like as soon as you put it down, it almost dried too fast, so you could see exactly where you placed it. It didn't blend super smooth, and for that reason, I'm passing it on. This one I was really disappointed in. I think some people really like it. I, however, did not. So this is the L'Oreal Lumi Lip Glass Highlighter Stick. I was super excited to get my hands on this because it is very much just like luminous and not sparkly, and I really like a stick product in a highlight. However, this is very balmy, so it's really pretty, but it was so balmy in texture. My hair clung to it, and it took hours for it to set down enough that my hair wouldn't stick to it anymore. And you know, if you have long hair, it's sticking to your face, it's driving you crazy. So for that reason, it's a fail. Didn't like that. And last up, this one surprised me. It really did. It could just be that mine is too old, or it could just be that my tastes have changed, because this is something I've raved about for a long time and I've recommended to a lot of friends. And after using it this last time around, I was super not happy with it. And that's the L'Oreal True Match Nude. This is like the second or third bottle I've gone through, and I don't like it anymore. And like I said, maybe mine's just old and it needs to go. So I do have it marked that I could give it another chance, but it like felt dry. So for a skin tint type foundation, it felt dry once it was on my skin. I don't remember it feeling dry like that before, but it does now. And it's easily removed from your skin. So I had to brush my teeth after I got ready one day, and it completely took away all the foundation around my mouth, like in a noticeable way. And I had to go in and like apply more, just from where the water like barely hit around outside of my mouth. And it looked really weird and bad. And I was really disappointed. So it's going to go. I'm hoping that it's just because that one's old, but be warned just in case. It felt kind of dry. All right, that is everything I have for you this month. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you made it this far and you're not yet subscribed. Stay tuned for my videos of the week on my weekly makeup, the faves and fails, and then the monthly roundup. I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.